Discover the secrets behind The Sixth Sense, M. Night Shyamalan's 1999 masterpiece that redefined cinematic storytelling. This iconic thriller, starring Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment, captivated audiences with its haunting narrative and unforgettable twist, grossing $672 million worldwide. Dive into 26 fascinating facts, revealing how Shyamalan crafted a cultural phenomenon, from the meticulous use of red as a danger signal to Osment's raw audition that left the crew in tears. Learn about the studio's extreme measures to keep Willis in the dark, Toni Collette's shock at the twist, and the practical effects that made every ghost unforgettable. Perfect for fans and cinephiles, this guide explores the film's Oscar-nominated legacy, innovative marketing, and emotional depth. Uncover why. The Sixth Sense remains a timeless blend of horror and heart. Share your favorite moment in the comments and explore more cinematic gems on our site. 1. Even Bruce Willis was left in the dark. The studio employed extreme secrecy to preserve the twist for Bruce Willis, handing him a script missing the final 10 pages. The true ending was locked in a password-protected digital file dubbed The Vault, accessible only to a select few. Crew members were forbidden from discussing key plot points, like wedding rings or hospital monitors, near Willis. During ADR, automated dialogue replacement, he recorded placeholder lines to mislead sound engineers. When Willis attended the first Friends and Family screening, he experienced the reveal alongside the audience, his genuine shock mirroring the pulse-spiking moment his character, Malcolm, faces on screen. This authentic reaction infused his performance with a haunting sincerity as he played a man unaware of his own ghostly state. The studio's gamble paid off, ensuring Willis's weary, heartfelt delivery resonated deeply, grounding the film's supernatural elements in raw human emotion. 2. Red objects spell danger in cinematic Morse. Code M. Night Shyamalan and cinematographer Tak Fujimoto crafted a subtle visual language using color, with scarlet signaling shifts between life and the afterlife. A crimson attic doorknob, Cole's wax saint statue, or a lone red balloon appear precisely when the supernatural encroaches, priming viewers' instincts for unease. The duo conducted 15 dye tests to select a red shade that held its vibrancy against Fujimoto's deliberately underexposed film stock, which cast the rest of the frame in cold blues. This contrast ensured red elements popped, even in daylight, without relying on overt horror tropes like screeching violins. The technique manipulates the subconscious, making audiences tense before they consciously register the threat. Shyamalan's meticulous color map elevated the film's atmosphere, proving that understated visual cues can deliver chills more effectively than traditional jump scares, leaving a lasting impression. 3. The 10-year-old in a tie won the role. Instantly, Haley Joel Osment, aged 10, arrived at his audition in a neatly knotted tie, explaining, "A doctor deserves respect." Before delivering Cole's kitchen monologue, he requested 30 seconds of silence, then turned from the wall with tear-streaked cheeks, whispering the lines with raw, childlike dread. The room froze. Casting director Avi Kaufman felt an urge to protect him, while Shyamalan fought back tears. The audition ended the search. No other child came close. Osment's authenticity outshone any special effect, embodying Cole's vulnerability and strength. Shyamalan later framed the tie in a shadow box, a cherished memento now displayed in his office. Osment's preparation, from his formal attire to his emotional precision, set the tone for his performance, proving that a child's sincerity could carry a film and leave a lasting mark on cinematic history. 4. I See Dead People. Survived a boardroom knife fight. The iconic line, "I see dead people," nearly didn't make the cut, with marketing surveys labeling it potentially cheesy. Shyamalan fiercely defended its quiet delivery, arguing that its understated tone was what made it chilling. To sway skeptical executives, he played real audio of children describing nightmares in flat, eerie monotones. The room fell silent, and the line was saved. It went on to become one of cinema's most quoted whispers, etched into pop culture. The American Film Institute later ranked it alongside classics like Here's Looking at You, Kid, and May the Force Be With You. The battle over the line highlighted Shyamalan's commitment to trusting the audience's emotional intelligence, proving that a simple, hushed phrase could deliver a louder impact than bombastic dialogue, cementing its place in film history. 5. Day 1, shot the film's emotional knockout production, began with Scene 79, the heart-wrenching station wagon confession, due to a fleeting Philadelphia permit. Haley Joel Osment had never rehearsed Grandma Says Hi aloud, and Toni Collette's raw response left the crew stunned. A focus puller even dropped his headphones. Shyamalan captured the master shot in just 2 takes, declaring, "We can wrap now. We have the heart of the movie." The emotional weight of the scene set the tone for the entire shoot. 40 crew members signed the clapperboard, now displayed alongside Osment's audition tie in Shyamalan's office. The rushed schedule forced the team to nail the scene under pressure, but the result was a moment of pure catharsis. This opening triumph gave the production momentum, proving that vulnerability, not spectacle, was the film's true strength. 6. Toni Collette learned the twist in post-production. Toni Collette spent 6 weeks filming under the impression that Bruce Willis's Malcolm was a living therapist. Only during ADR sessions did she see the reveal of Malcolm's bloodied back, prompting a startled expletive in the sound booth. This secrecy ensured her performance as Lynn remained untainted by foreknowledge, preserving the authenticity of her baffled reactions whenever Cole referenced the man. Her ability to deliver layered, naturalistic performances without rehearsal earned her the nickname One-Take Toni among the crew. After takes, she'd cheerfully raid the craft services table, unaware of the twist that would redefine her scenes. This deliberate withholding of information mirrored the film's narrative strategy, keeping both actors and audiences in the dark. Colette's genuine confusion amplified the film's emotional depth, making Lynn's maternal struggle a cornerstone of its enduring impact. 7. Shyamalan's Cameo channel's clinical unease. In a nod to Hitchcock, Shyamalan cast himself as Dr. Hill, the pediatrician treating Cole's injured arm. He adopted a near-monotone delivery and stood unnaturally still, letting the hospital's bruised lighting create a disquieting atmosphere. Shyamalan modeled his rigid posture on his mother, an obstetrician whose calm, deliberate stance he observed during hospital rounds. The cameo's clinical detachment amplifies the scene's eerie hush, subtly unsettling viewers. By blending into the background, Shyamalan ensured the focus remained on Cole's vulnerability, not his own presence. The choice to underplay the role reflected his broader directorial philosophy: less is more. This fleeting appearance, though small, added a layer of authenticity to the film's world, grounding its supernatural elements in a starkly human setting and reinforcing Shyamalan's knack for weaving subtle unease into every frame. Exactly 14 ghosts, no more, no less. Storyboard artist Brick Mason meticulously designed 14 distinct spirits, each serving a specific narrative or thematic purpose. This restraint allowed effects guru Greg Nicotero to perfect every detail, from period-accurate buttons on a colonial ghost's coat to frost crystals on a cyclist's severed ear. By limiting the number of apparitions, Shyamalan ensured each encounter felt significant, avoiding the overuse of supernatural elements. Nicotero's team spent weeks crafting 18th-century dental appliances and realistic wounds, making every ghost a tactile, memorable presence. The deliberate scarcity heightened the impact of their appearances, turning fleeting glimpses into unforgettable moments. This disciplined approach to the film's horror elements underscored Shyamalan's commitment to quality over quantity, ensuring the ghosts were not mere shocks, but integral to Cole's journey, enhancing the story's emotional and thematic resonance. 9. Bruce Willis performed in Afterlife Register. To embody Malcolm's ghostly nature, Bruce Willis lowered his voice half an octave and muted emotional extremes, as if his lungs held only a whisper of air. Sound designer Richard King enhanced this by stripping ambient noise from Willis's dialogue, creating an eerie bubble of silence around each line. The effect was subtle. Viewers couldn't pinpoint why Malcolm's scenes felt quietly unnerving, as exit polls described, but the technique amplified the spectral quality of his presence. Willis spent hours practicing this restrained cadence, drawing on Shyamalan's notes about a man unaware of his own death. The result was a performance that felt both familiar and alien, perfectly aligning with the film's themes of disconnection and discovery. This vocal discipline added a haunting layer to Malcolm's character, making his journey all the more poignant. 10. A spoiler-free marketing masterpiece. Unlike typical horror trailers that flaunt scares, Disney's campaign for The Sixth Sense was a study in restraint. It teased Osment's whispered, "I see dead people," flashed brief red accents, and cut to black, revealing nothing of the twist. Press kits included one-page embargoes pleading, "Protect the experience." Critics complied, and with social media barely existent in 1999, word of mouth fueled a $672 million global box office. The strategy trusted audiences to discover the film organically, a bold move in an era of oversaturated marketing. By prioritizing mystery over spoilers, Disney crafted a campaign that amplified the film's cultural impact, proving that less information could drive massive success. The trailer's haunting minimalism became a blueprint for future thrillers, showing how to build anticipation without betraying a story's core, and it remains a gold standard in film promotion. 11. From Sight to the Sixth Sense. Why the Title Matters. Shyamalan's original script, titled Sight.Doc, was renamed after producers worried it evoked slasher films. Drawing from parapsychology texts about the human sixth sense, Shyamalan chose a title that captured the story's eerie essence. Linguists note that the hard K in sixth and the sibilant sense slow pronunciation, mirroring the film's whispered tension. The title's rhythm made it memorable, boosting its SEO potential before such terms were commonplace. It also framed the story as a psychological mystery rather than a ghost tale, broadening its appeal. Shyamalan's pivot reflected his knack for blending academic insight with populist instincts, ensuring the title was both intellectually evocative and commercially viable. This subtle rebranding shaped the film's identity, aligning it with its themes of perception and revelation, and cemented its place in cinematic lexicon. 12. A single touch gives away everything. In the church scene, only Cole's timid handshake connects with Malcolm, a subtle clue to the twist. Test screenings included a version where Willis patted Cole's back, but audiences sensed something off. Shyamalan reverted to the single impossible touch, emphasizing Cole's role as a bridge between worlds. The moment's power lies in its restraint. Viewers register the anomaly subconsciously, amplifying the reveal's impact. Shyamalan and cinematographer Fujimoto framed the handshake tightly, drawing attention to the fleeting contact without overt signaling. This delicate choreography of blocking and editing turned a simple gesture into a narrative linchpin, rewarding attentive viewers on rewatch. The scene exemplifies the film's reliance on understated details to convey its deepest truths, proving that a single, well-placed touch can carry more weight than dialogue or spectacle in unraveling a story's heart. 13. Lynn literally never sees. Malcolm Toni, Collette's character, Lynn, never directly acknowledges Malcolm because she can't see him, a fact hidden in plain sight. Collette rehearsed with colored tape marking Willis's position, training her eyeline to miss him by inches. On first viewing, her distracted glances seem like maternal stress. On rewatch, they reveal her blindness to a ghost. Cinematographer Tak Fujimoto used subtle blocking to reinforce this, positioning Willis just outside Lynn's focal plane. The technique transforms ordinary scenes into a hidden scream, with the camera's language silently shouting the truth. Colette's precise performance, guided by Shyamalan's direction, ensured Lynn's reactions felt natural, yet oblivious. This visual sleight of hand deepened the film's layered storytelling, inviting audiences to uncover its secrets through careful observation, and it remains a masterclass in using mise-en-scène to conceal and reveal narrative truths. 14th. Cole never says Dr. Crowe for a reason. Dialogue coach Kate Riley meticulously removed every instance of Malcolm's surname, Crowe, from Cole's lines to avoid searchable clues that might spoil the twist. Cole refers to Malcolm only as the doctor, maintaining a formal distance that mirrors their metaphysical divide. This choice also kept their relationship slightly clinical, reflecting Cole's wariness of the spectral therapist. Riley worked closely with Osment to ensure his delivery felt natural despite the constraint, preserving the character's vulnerability. The decision paid off, as early internet forums, still nascent in 1999, lacked easy spoilers tied to Malcolm's name. By prioritizing subtlety, Shyamalan and Riley crafted a script that protected the film's secrecy while deepening its emotional texture. This careful linguistic strategy underscores the film's commitment to rewarding attentive viewers, making Cole's word choices a quiet but crucial piece of its narrative puzzle. 15. The studio bought a modest ghost story, got an Oscar contender. Shyamalan pitched The Sixth Sense as Kramer vs. Kramer meets Poltergeist, securing a modest $40 million budget. Studio executives anticipated solid August returns, but an early cut left one VP stunned, muttering, "Why didn't I see that coming?" Within hours, they rallied marketing teams, awards, strategists, and additional theater chains. The film's blend of emotional depth and supernatural chills defied expectations, earning 6 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. Shyamalan's vision transformed a niche thriller into a cultural juggernaut, grossing $672 million worldwide. The studio's initial skepticism gave way to awe as the film's universal themes of grief and connection resonated globally. This unexpected triumph highlighted Shyamalan's ability to elevate genre fare into prestige cinema, proving that a well-crafted story could transcend its origins and compete on the world's biggest stages. 16th. 6-week shoot, zero safety net. Filming in Philadelphia's harsh winter demanded precision as gusts threatened exterior shots. Assistant Director Carolyn Pickman created color-coded call sheets that allowed the crew to pivot instantly when weather shifted. When an electrical fire halted one location, the team sprinted 10 blocks, filmed an alley scene, and returned before lunch. This agility saved enough budget to fund extra Foley work, adding creaky floorboards that now haunt every scene. The tight 6-week schedule left no room for error, forcing Shyamalan to make bold decisions on the fly. The crew's adaptability turned logistical chaos into creative fuel, ensuring the film's gritty authenticity. Pickman's meticulous planning and the team's hustle preserved Shyamalan's vision, proving that constraints can sharpen artistry. The result was a lean, focused production that captured the story's raw emotion without wasting a single frame. 17. A lawsuit turned Willis into a bargain MVP. A legal dispute over Willis's exit from Broadway Brawler led to an $18 million claim from Disney. As settlement, Willis agreed to star in 2 future projects at a discount, Armageddon and The Sixth Sense. The latter, initially seen as a little thriller, grossed $672 million, turning a legal penalty into a box office windfall. Willis's reduced fee allowed Shyamalan to allocate budget to practical effects and extended rehearsals, enhancing the film's quality. His commitment, despite the contractual obligation, brought gravitas to Malcolm's role, elevating the story's emotional stakes. The lawsuit's silver lining transformed Willis into an unlikely MVP, proving that even legal setbacks can yield creative victories. This serendipitous casting decision underscored the film's charmed production, where challenges consistently gave way to opportunities, cementing its status as a modern classic. 18. Oatmeal vomit, silicone wounds, no CGI needed effects. Maestro Greg Nicotero and his K&B crew relied on practical techniques, crafting silicone gashes and pumping slime-green oatmeal through hidden tubes for ghostly vomit. A contortionist pedaled a bike while headless, using a custom shoulder rig, creating a chillingly tactile illusion. By avoiding early 2000s CGI, which often aged poorly, the team ensured the horror remained vivid and grounded. Nicotero's meticulous work, from oozing wounds to period-specific details, made each ghost encounter feel unnervingly real. The practical approach saved budget while aligning with Shyamalan's vision of intimate human scares. Crew members recall actors recoiling at the prop's realism, enhancing on-set tension. This commitment to physical effects gave The Sixth Sense a timeless quality, allowing its horror to resonate decades later, free from the dated sheen of digital shortcuts. 19. "Grandma Says Hi," broke the crew. The station wagon scene, where Cole says, "Grandma says hi," devastated the crew. On take 1, Osment's voice cracked with such authenticity that a boom operator lost focus. Take 2 saw camera assistants wipe tears, fogging the lens. Take 3, used in the film, lingered a second longer than scripted because no one could bear to call cut. Osment's raw delivery and Colette's heartfelt reaction created a moment of pure magic, capturing the film's core theme of healing through connection. Shyamalan later said the scene felt like catching lightning. The crew's emotional response mirrored the audience's, proving the scene's universal power. This unscripted vulnerability became the film's emotional anchor, a testament to Osment's talent and Shyamalan's ability to harness fleeting, authentic moments that resonate deeply. 20. A color grade that works on your subconscious. Cinematographer Tak Fujimoto employed invisible grading to manipulate mood, underexposing Kodak 500T stock by 1/3 stop and filtering daylight through blue gels for a chilly palette. He subtly boosted the red channel whenever ghosts appeared, making scarlet objects leap against the muted backdrop. This technique, now a masterclass for digital colorists, creates unease without viewers noticing the trick. Fujimoto's meticulous tests ensured the reds remained vivid even in low light, amplifying their psychological impact. Shyamalan collaborated closely, ensuring the grading aligned with the film's emotional beats. The result was a visual language that felt instinctive, guiding audiences through Cole's supernatural encounters. This subtle craftsmanship elevated the film's atmosphere, proving that technical precision can serve storytelling. Fujimoto's work remains a benchmark for using color to evoke emotion without overpowering the narrative. 21st. Silence replaces cheap jump scares. Composer James Newton. Howard crafted a score of slow drones and faint choral whispers, building tension without overwhelming the story. Shyamalan timed shocks. Kira's box under the bed, the hallway gunshot, Malcolm's bloodstain reveal, to moments of near-total silence, catching viewers off guard. When sound finally erupts, audiences are already leaning in, vulnerable to the impact. Howard's restraint contrasted with typical horror's reliance on loud stings, aligning with the film's understated tone. Shyamalan and Howard spent hours calibrating the balance, ensuring silence amplified dread. The approach forced viewers to engage actively, listening for subtle cues. This disciplined use of sound design made every scare feel earned, not manipulative, and deepened the film's emotional resonance. Howard's score and Shyamalan's timing remain a model for using minimalism to maximize horror's impact. 22. The twist that rewired pop culture vocabulary. The Sixth Sense's twist coined the term Shyamalan twist, now a catch-all for narrative surprises across media, from sports to politics. The reveal, where Malcolm discovers his own death, ranks alongside Psycho's shower scene in rankings by AFI, Empire, and Entertainment Weekly. Its impact reshaped how stories are told, inspiring countless imitators. Shyamalan crafted the twist to reward rewatches, planting clues in dialogue and framing that feel obvious in hindsight. The reveal's emotional weight, tied to Malcolm's grief, elevated it beyond gimmickry. By changing how audiences discuss surprises, the film left a linguistic legacy, with twist becoming synonymous with Shyamalan's name. This cultural shift underscored the film's genius, proving a single, well-executed idea could redefine storytelling conventions and cement a director's place in history. 23rd. A 10-year-old who needed no therapist production hired a child psychologist for Osment, expecting the heavy role to take a toll, yet she was never needed. Between takes, Osment played Game Boy Tetris with lighting techs, taught Willis Pokémon stats, and charmed the crew with his unaffected joy. His ability to switch between Cole's anguish and a kid's playfulness amazed everyone. At the wrap party, Grips gifted him a miniature C-stand engraved "half the height, twice the heart," a nod to his outsized impact. Osment's resilience and professionalism belied his age, grounding the film's emotional core. Shyamalan credited him with setting the set's tone, fostering camaraderie. Osment's natural ease ensured his performance never felt forced, making Cole's vulnerability authentic. His presence proved that talent and heart could carry a film, regardless of age. 24. Horror crashed the Oscars in 2000. The Sixth Sense earned 6 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture and acting nods for Osment and Collette, a rare feat for a supernatural thriller. Its success showed horror could rival prestige dramas, sharing the red carpet with films like American Beauty. Steven Spielberg personally congratulated Shyamalan, saying, "You just future-proofed scary movies." The nominations validated Shyamalan's blend of emotional depth and genre chills, broadening horror's respectability. The film's craft, direction, writing, and performances resonated with Academy voters, proving supernatural stories could tackle universal themes. Its Oscar run inspired later genre hits to aim for awards' glory. Shyamalan's achievement redefined industry perceptions, showing that horror could be both commercially massive and critically revered, leaving a legacy that continues to influence filmmakers striving to blend scares with substance. 25. 18 Days, 3 Cities, 1 Ghostly Performance. Bruce Willis's scenes were shot in 3 intense bursts across Philadelphia, New York, and Baltimore to accommodate his blues band tour. Overnight, set dressers transformed rooms so midnight hospital scenes flowed into morning daylight shots. The chaotic schedule inadvertently helped Willis channel Malcolm's disoriented, haunting existence. Shyamalan leaned into the tight timeline, using Willis's fatigue to enhance the character's spectral weariness. The crew's logistical acrobatics ensured every setup maximized Willis's limited availability, capturing his nuanced performance under pressure. Willis embraced the challenge, delivering a subdued, poignant portrayal that anchored the film. This compressed shoot showcased the team's resourcefulness and Willis's professionalism, turning a scheduling nightmare into a creative asset. The result was a cohesive, haunting performance that felt seamless, proving that constraints could fuel artistry in unexpected ways. 26. A story about healing disguised as horror. Beneath its ghostly veneer, The Sixth Sense is a meditation on grief and healing. Cole gives voice to silenced spirits. Malcolm frees his wife from mourning, and Lynn learns to truly hear her son. Shyamalan wrote the script after a personal family loss, channeling his catharsis into a universal story. The horror elements serve as a Trojan horse, drawing audiences into a deeper exploration of closure and connection. This emotional core ensures the film endures, resonating long after the twist is known. Shyamalan's ability to mask profound themes within a genre framework broadened its appeal, touching viewers across cultures. The story's quiet optimism, that even the dead can find peace, offers comfort, making it more than a thriller. This layered storytelling cemented The Sixth Sense as a timeless classic, blending scares with solace. The Sixth Sense continues to haunt and inspire, blending supernatural chills with profound themes of grief and healing. From Shyamalan's subtle color cues to Osment's Oscar-nominated performance, every detail showcases why this film earned 6 Academy Award nominations and a place in pop culture history. Its $672 million box office triumph and the phrase Shyamalan twist prove its lasting impact on cinema. Whether you're revisiting Cole's whispered, "I see dead people," or marveling at Willis's spectral cadence, the film's magic endures through its emotional storytelling and practical effects. Rewatch to spot hidden clues like Lynn's oblivious glances and appreciate the artistry of Fujimoto's cinematography. What's your favorite Sixth Sense moment? Drop it in the comments, share this article with fellow film buffs, and check out our other deep dives into classic thrillers for more cinematic insights. Stay curious and keep exploring the stories behind your favorite movies.